Namaskar friends, I am Rajan George, motivational speaker, trainer, management consultant. Also, I am an IIT MD holder and a builder. Today, I am going to speak to you about the art of marketing and selling, a third part, all with the English letter C. And the first point is to create customer and keep customer. To create customer, the fundamental thing is the quality of the product. If you are in a profession, what is required is excellence. Excellence in your profession, or you be the best in your profession. People will gravitate towards quality and excellence. That is how we see long waiting or queue in front of a very good doctor or dentist. That is how certain architects, lawyers or chartered accountants are able to charge very huge fees. How excellence can be created? Excellence can be produced by LLB. LLB is not the law degree, but learn, love and believe. First, L, learn something new every day in your business, in your profession. Whatever be your knowledge, there is something more to be learned. Because knowledge is doubling every 5 years in this fast changing world. And next is love. Love your work. Whatever you do it for the thrill, for the satisfaction, for the enjoyment, for the fulfillment, for the fun of doing it. You will be a success. Third is B. Believe in what you are doing. Believe in your abilities. Believe in your competency. Believe in your professional skill. And if customers do not come to you by the word of mouth, go for advertisement, online advertisement. And then you can try sales agents, sales representative, or you can go for a referral reward. That is rewarding your existing customers for bringing new customers. In any case, bring customers by all means. One of the best methods is to network and socialize and to expand your horizon, expand your sphere of influence. Utilize each and every function you attend. Utilize each and every gathering you attend as an opportunity for networking and socializing. Networking will breed customers, will create customers. So the more you network, the more customers will be created to you. You convert your contacts into contracts. Your network will be ultimately your net worth. And next point is, customer is right. You have often heard that customer is always right. How this slogan has come? I will say an example. Suppose in the military or in police, the boss is giving a command or an order. Can the subordinates question it? Can the subordinate say, instead of moving to the right, you have to move to the left? Like that? No. Here, customer is the boss. Customer is the king. So, what is required is, you have to admit that customer is right. because customer is spending his hard-earned money. I will say a story. Once a manager cracked a joke. All the subordinates laughed except one clerk. The manager asked, everybody laughed, but why you are not laughing? The clerk said, sir, yesterday I got an appointment confirming a job in another company. So why should I laugh? So this is the case with your customer. Whenever customer is cracking a joke, don't pretend that you are heard it earlier. Enjoy the joke to the end and laugh. Let the customer get the credit. Let his ego be boosted. So, customer is always right. That principle you have to always bear in mind. In the court, whenever a judge is saying some joke, all the advocates will laugh. Once an advocate called a judge, instead of your honor, called a judge gentleman. In court, advocates are not supposed to call the judge by any other name other than your honor. When the judge scolded the advocate for breaking the protocol, advocate said, sorry sir, I called you gentleman by mistake. In another court, a judge fell down from his chamber. Then so many advocates rushed around the judge and said, sir, your order is okay. Oh, judge said, oh my God, my order is all okay, only my back is paining. Next point is call by name, the sweetest word in any language. The sweetest music in any language is your name. People will like to be called by name. In your conversation, repeat the name of the customer many times, but never overdo it. The problem is, the second time you meet or third time you meet, you may not be able to remember his name. Remembering names is a 3-step formula: impression, association, and repetition. First, you scan the face of the other person and get a deep impression in your mind, the particularities of his face, all the characteristics of his face. And impression is the first part. Second is association. Associate the name of the person with a known name. Anything you can remember only by associating with something that you already know. Third is repetition. Repeating the name in your mind many times. With this method, impression, association, and repetition, you will be able to call by name anybody you meet. When I take class for small audiences, say 30 or 40, I start the class after calling everybody's name, and people will be astonished. And after the class, so many people will come and narrate about their bad memory. I will say the fundamental reason why you don't have a good memory is because you abuse your memory. Whatever you affirm, whatever you say to yourself will be stored in your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind will implement, actualize whatever you say to yourself, whatever be your affirmation. So, call by name. Next point is charisma. Charisma is a very powerful weapon. Charismatic people are very effective in marketing and selling. People will be attracted to the charismatic people. Charisma is a combination of ever so many personality traits like enthusiasm, energy, effectiveness, efficiency, confidence, competence, friendliness, and so on. If you want to become a charismatic person, you laugh. Laughing and smiling is a conquering force. You be addicted to laughing. Laughter will bring people to you. Charismatic people are always humorous people. Many of the world leaders have been filing so many jokes with them such that they can use it as per the occasion. Feed some jokes, a lot of jokes in your mind so that you can use it as per the situation. Charismatic people are able to influence others. They are able to inspire others only by inspiring others. Only by influencing others, we will be able to sell something by changing their mind. Charisma is seen in your walk, in your talk, in your greeting, in your handshake, in your movement, in your facial expression, in your conversation. Charismatic person is always cheerful, happy, optimistic. Charismatic people are very good at building relationships, in building great relationships. They build the relationships by complimenting, by congratulating. Charisma and leadership are intimately connected. You hear often charismatic leaders. If you are charismatic, you will be a leader in your business or in your profession. And charisma is an inside-out job because all the charisma is created in your mind. That means it is an inside-out job. Next point is choose between something and something. If you are talking to your customers, if you are talking to your clients, ask the customer to choose between something and something. For example, you ask, you want a red car or a white car? Whatever the customer is choosing, you get the same. Or you are asked, you want a car with more mileage or more pickup? That means in both cases you get the same. Never allow the customer to choose between something and nothing. For example, if you ask the customer, you are buying it now or after 2-3 years? If the customer say after 2-3 years, you lose the sale. And also when you get appointment, you will be able to meet or not. It is something from nothing, something and nothing. Whereas you want to meet tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening, like that. Choose between something and something. And also another technique is to make yes answers to the customer. Suppose you ask the customer, you want good quality? Yes. You want durability for the product? Yes. You want good service your product? Customer answer yes. Like that. You make the customer to answer yes, and ultimately after so many yes answers, the customer, when you are asking the customer, you are buying it now? Yes. You are paying it by cash now? Yes. Next point is communication. Communication is a great tool in the marketing and selling, because if you want to be successful in selling, you have to master the art of communication, because the right words are spoken with enthusiasm, with energy, with confidence, and with charisma will melt away any sale, objection or rejection. Communication skill that you have to develop every day, because we never become master in it, because there is no finish line. In communication, it is two things. One is talking, next is listening. Which is more important? Listening is much more important than talking, because by talking you don't gain anything. You don't gain any knowledge. Only by listening to the customer, by asking questions to the customer and listening, then only you will be able to gain anything about the wants, the needs, the problems of the customer. God has created you with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Why? You have to listen twice as much as you talk. Also, the mouth is supposed to be shut. That is, speak only when it is required. Only listen more. When the customer is talking, never interrupt, never allow the customer to stop it. Listen with your heart, listen with your soul, listen with your eyes. Listening is really a very active activity, not a passive one. Listening is really hard work. You have to nod your head. Your facial expression should show that you are listening. I will say a story in communication. A couple went to an institute teaching Chinese language. They said they wanted to study Chinese language immediately. They asked, why so urgent to study? They said they had adopted a child, a Chinese child. Now the child is 6 months old. Unless they study Chinese language immediately, how will they communicate the child when the child starts talking after 1 year? So, the humorous part of it, and all great leaders of the world have been great communicators. Abraham Lincoln, then Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy were all great communicators. In Second World War, both Hitler and Winston Churchill were able to inspire the masses with the power of the words, power of the communication. And one of the former Prime Ministers of India was not a good communicator. I don't say the name. When he went to a dentist, what the dentist said to us, sir, at least before the dentist, you have to open your mouth. When I say a joke about the former Prime Minister, I recall the jokes said by a school child about Rajiv Gandhi, Narendra Modi and Mahatma Gandhi. One school child came and asked me, do you know, uncle, why Rajiv Gandhi did not marry from India? He married from Italy. I said, I don't know. He said, he believed that all Indians are my brothers and sisters. That's why he married from Italy. Okay. Then he asked, uncle, do you know why Narendra Modi do not go for a morning walk? He will go only for evening walk. Do you know why? I said, no. A child asked, tell me whether he is AM or PM. I said, PM. That is why he's PM, he go for only for evening walk. Okay. Next is the child said, Uncle, do you know the name of son of Mahatma Gandhi? No, I don't exactly remember. The child said, Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation. The nation, the spelling is THENATION, that is the nation. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the nation, so the nation is the son of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. So, humor is lubricants in any situation. Don't think of the logic behind the humor. Just enjoy it, laugh, and forget about it. Next is a commitment. A commitment means if you are not successful in your business, in your profession, it is because of the lack of commitment. Whatever you do, you put your whole heart, soul, mind into what you are doing. You give yourself 100% in the task. You concentrate fully on it. Be focused fully on your task. Then you will be a great success. Marriages fail only because of the lack of commitment between the husband and wife. The decision or the commitment to stay together, whatever be the case. And if all the teachers in India have been committed, India would have been a far developed country. Even after 70 years of independence, what is our literacy rate? One of the lowest in the world, only around 70%, whereas China, almost the same population of ours, the literacy rate is 99.8%. Urban India is having better education because of the private schools, and in rural India, the education is pathetic because of the government teachers and getting government salary and not accountable. I wonder why a stable government is not able to make the teachers accountable. Next point is a compliment, congratulate. Complimenting and congratulating is the most underutilized success tool of any person. People, the society is very reluctant, very hesitant to compliment people, to congratulate people. Human soul is nourished and flourished by compliment, congratulation, appreciation, by encouragement. And human soul is ruined, destroyed by criticism, by blame. Everybody is craving for appreciation. If we want to win in marketing and win in life, make people important by complimenting them, appreciating them, congratulating them, encouraging them. The conventional marketing method is the manager go and in search of finding the fault. They find out what is going wrong and criticize, scold, fire the employees. What happens? The productivity goes down because the employee becomes depressed. His productivity goes down. Whereas to increase productivity, what is to be done is catch him doing right. Appreciate his energy, his enthusiasm, his confidence will be boosted, thereby more productivity. Also complimenting and appreciating is energy. Your energy level, when you appreciate your energy level is increased, and the energy level of the recipient is also multiplied. So, compliment, congratulate. Next point is convince, conviction. The sale takes place when you are convinced about the product and when you transfer your conviction to the customer. You can convince the customer by your energy and your enthusiasm, your confidence, your excitement. You can inspire and excite the customer in the value and quality of the product by your energy. And you can convince the customer it is an investment, not an expense. You can say, or you can convince that the benefits you get from the product or service much more when compared to the cost. That means the cost is nothing when compared to the benefits they get. Then you can convince about the drawback of purchasing cheaper items. And also you can convince that the features and advantages of very costly products is also in your product, in your service. So, to convince the customer, you should know everything about your product. And if the customer is asking to compare your product or service with other products or services available in the market, you should be able to tell, describe all the details in comparison to other products. Next is competence and confidence. Confidence comes from competence. How competence can be obtained? Competence can be obtained by learning and practice. You learn more and more. You learn more than your competitors. I will say a story. Two people went to a forest. Then they saw a lion fast approaching them. After seeing them, one of the two said, "So the lion is coming. We will be eaten up by the lion." The other person said, "No, we need not run faster than the lion, only I need to run faster than the lion because the lion will eat only one person today." And so this is the case in today's world. If you do not learn more than your competitor, you will be swallowed by the competition. You will have to disappear from the field for the competition, because in this fast changing world, everything is changing very fast. Next point. Credibility is the one thing by which you are able to say. How credibility is built? Credibility can be built only by your honesty, only by your sincerity, only by your character, and only by your values. Simply think how many lies you say every day. Each lie you say, you are spending a lot of your positive energy to hide the truth. If the customer recognizes a lie, then where is your credibility? If you are always telling the truth, you don't need to remember anything, because you are always telling the truth. So Credibility you can think of as the bottom of a ship. If there is a hole, it doesn't matter whether the hole is small or big. The ship will sink, whatever with the size of the hole. Next is consultant, coach, counselor. You become a consultant or a coach or a counselor to the customer. Every business, every profession is changing every day. You advise, you consult the customer to help the customer. Suppose you purchase a computer. For that you studied everything about the computer after spending a lot of time. You purchase another computer only after a few years. Then all the features, all the technology, all the characteristics of computers change. You have to spend a lot of time again studying. But if the salesperson is a consultant, a reliable consultant whom you can trust, he will tell you what is your requirement as per your profession. And if the consultant is building the credibility and trust, this salesperson will have a large customer base. And next point is cheerfulness. Cheerfulness is a great success tool. You can decide to be the most cheerful person in this world. You can decide to be the most positive person, most optimistic person in this world. Cheerfulness is a choice you make. Whatever be the case, whatever be your problems, setback, you can choose to be cheerful, you can choose to be happy, you can choose to be optimistic. Cheerfulness is a decision. If you decide to be cheerful, no force on this earth, nobody in this world is able to make you unhappy, depressed. And it is also a habit. Cheerfulness is simply a habit. Just like any other habit, you can have the habit of cheerfulness. Or cheerfulness is an attitude of the mind. You can have this cheerful attitude, optimistic attitude. Then you have to gain by cheerfulness. By cheerfulness, you attract customers. You attract great relationships. 100% health is the result of the cheerfulness. Because without a negative thought, feeling or emotion, there will not have a disease in your physical body. All diseases are caused by negative thoughts, feelings and emotions. By cheerfulness, we can have wealth. When you are having cheerfulness, you are sending positive vibrations into the world. These positive vibrations will bring back to you abundance and prosperity by the cosmic intelligence. And by cheerfulness, you get unlimited energy and vitality. When you get up in the morning, see only the good. You get up in the morning excited. Believe that happiness or cheerfulness is your birthright. Enjoy each moment. Be cheerful and be a winner. And that is all about my video in marketing and selling, all with the English letter C. If you liked my video, please subscribe it and share to others. Thank you.